Hey, hello everyone. Greetings all. Greetings. So I am back. I said, you know what? Let me do this movie review. Um, I stopped by Tubi um, Friday night, I believe it was, or Saturday, one or the other. And because I stop by Tubi every once in a while to check out what they got going on, and Tubi is always either hit or miss. You know, um, yeah, it's funny over in there. Anyhow, so I stumbled across this movie. It's entitled Forever Us, and I actually did like it. Um, I think this movie, we definitely, all of us can take away something from it and apply it to our own lives. You know, whether you're single, married, or dating or what have you. There's a lesson to be learned with this movie, so I actually enjoyed it. Um, and before I get started with all of that, I am Queenly Vibes. I love doing movie reviews and talking about my Lord and Savior and all that He has done for me. I keep it positive over here. I love positivity and all of that good stuff. So anything else will not be tolerated. Anyhow, if this is your first time stopping by, check out some of my other videos. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Um, Share this video. Feel free to leave a comment, all of that good stuff. It will be greatly appreciated. And it's Sunday evening where I am. I am in the sunshine state of Florida. So, anyhow, happy Sunday, all of that good stuff. And I pray that everyone is getting off to, a good beginning of a new week. And not to mention MLK birthday is on tomorrow and everything. So, more than likely, I'm going to be definitely um, uploading more, all of that good stuff, because I haven't been on here in a minute. But definitely want to get back to that and put out, my thoughts and opinions about a lot of what's going on right now in the world. This seems to be all. And, oh yes, and Happy New Year. I'm sorry. It's still the beginning of the new year. We're still in a new month and everything. And this definitely seems to be the year for exposure, and exposing things, if you will. So, hey, I'm all for it. We're already getting off to that type of vibe to expose. And you know what? A lot of things need to be exposed. So I'm not mad about it. It's just, my thing is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Um, and if some things need to come out, whether that's in, these fake pastors that are out here, and I can really put all of this in another video because I do want to share my thoughts and opinions on these subjects. False prophets that are out here, people in Hollywood, actors, actresses, comedians. you know, it is a lot going on. So anyhow, it's exposing time. So nevertheless, like I said, let's jump back into this movie. It's called Forever Us. Um, the cast starts out with Zanique. She is the daughter of Tiny from the group Escape. And you all should know the group Escape. What's your favorite Escape song? I know for me back in the day, it was the remake of Who Can I Run To? I just love that song. Anyhow, Zanique is in it. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's such a beautiful young lady. Black China is in it, and she goes by the name now of, her government name, Angela White. And you know what? I've seen her in another Tubi movie, and it looks like she's coming along. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not mad at her acting at all. I think she's doing an excellent job, and she looks beautiful. As you know, she got rid of all of the aesthetics and the surgery and all of that. She looks beautiful, and she seems to be doing well. She dedicated her life to the Lord, and boom, she's moving forward, and I'm so here for it. I love it, and hey, keep her in your prayers. Um, and Lyrica is in this movie from Love and Hip Hop, which I did see the first season that she was on. I think it's Love and Hip Hop LA. That's uh, the show with Amarion and all of that. The first season I did watch or what have you, so I remember her. I think she was on LA. Anyhow, and this very handsome man, his name is O'Shea Russell. I haven't seen him in anything before. This is my first time seeing him in any type of movie or what have you, but he is very handsome. Quite handsome. He is built. He looks like he never misses upper body day, leg day, none of that. Brother is nice. Um, and okay, so the movie, the plot of it, there's this married couple, which is O'Shea Russell and Lyrica. They are married in this movie, and they are the Harris family. They have a teenage daughter who is preparing to go to college, and she plays basketball, and she's preparing, for a scholarship, all of that good stuff, and all of that. So they just only have the one daughter. They have been married for 18 years. Okay, so Burt Harris is the name for O'Shea Russell. He is a delivery driver for this company. He did play college ball and all of that as well, but he ended up getting hurt. So he now works for he's a delivery driver for this company, and he delivers water and all of that. Sidebar: it's always these delivery guys that are like just just really fine. The FedEx guys, UPS workers, and all of that. Sidebar. Anyhow, so his wife, which is her name is Kate Harris in the movie Lyrica, she works for a pharmaceutical company. Um, so she's pretty sharp and everything. By the way, Lyrica is a beautiful woman as well. Very gorgeous, and you know what? Her acting is pretty good. Her acting, because I've never seen her act before. I thought her acting came off very natural. She didn't overdo it or what have you, like some of Erica Mena's movies. Which, anyhow, that's another story. But I thought she came off very natural. Also, Zanique, which her name is Bella in the movie. She is the younger sister of Angela White, who is a restaurant owner, and she she filled in for what was Angela's name? Anyhow, she she also lived in another state. She ended up coming to California, and she's an artist. She paints and everything. Like she's this art, artistic girl, and she's single. Beautiful girl and all. And she came in to fill in for Angela White. Now Bert and Angela are pretty cool because he comes by the restaurant a lot to deliver water, and he is a heartthrob. All the ladies are always checking him out, all of that good stuff or what have you. So he ends up meeting Bella Um, they started off on the wrong foot because he almost ran her over. Then he sees her the next day in the restaurant and they got reacquainted again. She says that she's the sister of Angela White, all of this, that, and the third. Now, before I get into all of that, Bert and Kate, they have been married for 18 years, but their marriage is kind of like taking a standstill, and they're going through some, some bumps in the road. They're trying to reconnect. They don't have as much time for each other as they used to. Kate is working a lot. She's doing a lot of overtime, you know, all of that. He's working a lot. He's also doing a lot of overtime or what have you, because mind you, they are trying to focus on getting the daughter prepared to go to college and everything. So of course, that takes coin, right? Anyhow, so Bert, however, he's feeling a lot more neglected in the marriage, and he needs a little bit more out of the marriage. Now, Kate, she wants the same things as him, but her approach is a little bit, different. She's handling herself a little bit better than Bert. She's not coming off as needy or what have you. But yes, she's in love with her husband. He, on the other hand, he is at a place where he is needing more of affection and attention from her. And this happens all the time. Sometimes you get off track and you're going in different directions, even though they were working towards the same goal. They're kind of like in different directions. Anyhow, and I was married, in my younger days and everything like that. I was married for about 6 years, sidebar. So I can understand how people get off track or what have you. My marriage, that was something different. But anyhow, they needed to rekindle, that spark and everything in the marriage. And he really felt very neglected by his wife, you know. Anyhow, so he meets, like I said, now he meets Bella. And again, she's artistic, beautiful young lady, full of life and dreams and everything. And so she let him know that she was a sister for Angela White and all of that or what have you. So they have this little chat, and she was a little sarcastic because she's like, "Oh, great, you almost ran me over. Now you're here, blah blah blah, whatever." So he did come off very flirty with her, shall I say? And I honestly watching it, he definitely flirted a lot with her in the beginning. So after work, her car was towed because she parked her car in the wrong parking spot. So he sees everything. He offers to give her a ride, and of course they share back and forth. She was like, "Oh, you could be some psycho, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Well, let me just help you out, even if you call an Uber, that's a stranger, all this sort of stuff. It was all cute." Anyhow, he takes her to her place, and she have this cute little cozy place, and she have her paintings all over. Her place was just totally cute. I loved it. It just fit a single woman or what have you. Totally cute. Anyhow, so she's like, "Oh, let me fix you a cup of coffee," all of that or what have you. So, he took her up on the offer. She makes the coffee. So they're having conversations, and, there's this chemistry. There's this unspoken chemistry between the two of them. And it's just like, ooh, I already knew where that was going, you know. Anyhow, so he ends up taking her home again, and it started to be, a thing between them. And he did try to make dates with his wife, but unfortunately, things kept coming up. Work kept coming up, between the both of them. And in the meantime, Miss Bella over here is free, so he's spending this quality time with her and everything that he really shouldn't be doing, because of course one thing leads to another, and if you're married, like it's so easy to fall into a trap as such, you know. Anyhow, so they're getting quite cozy with each other, drinking coffee every day, conversating, and come to find out they have a lot. They have a lot in common. They're both fans of the Fresh Prince show, and just different things, and they're clicking and connecting. And now, in her defense, in the beginning, she didn't know he was married. You know, um, so they're hitting it off, and then something happened with the wife. They were supposed to, have their little date because the daughter was gonna spend the night with her friend, and they were supposed to have some free time and all of that. But what happened? The wife had to work. Okay, so oh yeah, and by the way, Bella gives him this Fresh Prince of Bel Air coffee mug, and he took it and brought it home. I thought that was stupid, whatever. So his date was broken with his wife, and what's he doing? Sitting there looking at the coffee mug, reminiscing about, excuse me, all of this quality time with Bella, thinking about her, right? So he decided to just go by her place, you know, and come up. If you guys hear noises, this is my air freshener in the background making this noise. Anyhow, he decides to go over by her house with the coffee mug and try to act like, oh, he forgot to give it back to her, and pull a little fast one just to go over to her place. And I was like, really? This is what we're doing? Okay. So anyhow, he goes over there at night. She opens the door for him because she already likes this guy, and who wouldn't? He's very easy on the eyes. He's acting all sweet and available, and all of this sort of stuff. She lets him in, and what did she do? She just grabbed him and pulled him close and just kissed him, and the rest was history. You know, yeah, and it just kept going on, and basically he was her man. He was her man. And they were just too cute together and all of that. And the wife is, she's not knowing anything, but what ended up happening now, he's so wrapped up into this whole coffee love language and stuff that they got going on. He's making coffee for his wife at home. He's all happy and chippery, and she's just kind of like watching him and everything. And she's like, oh, because eventually a woman is going to know something different with her man. And mind you, they were married. They, were married for 18 years. She's going to pick up on something. And she was kind of giving him that look like, okay. So all of a sudden now, like this was the next day or so, she sees the Fresh Prince coffee mug. And she's like, honey, where did this mug come from? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I picked it up, or whatever, blah blah blah. He brushed it off. So he kisses her goodbye because he's off to work. And she kisses him, and then they show her like looking puzzled and just giving him that look like, hmm. So then she kept, Kate, now the wife, she kept trying to make dates with him and everything. So then he started lying to her, and he lied to her and told her he had to fill in for a coworker, and he couldn't make the date because he was trotting down there to go see Miss Bella. So the wife started picking up on that something wasn't right. So she ended up calling his work. She made up some excuse or what have you, and they told her, "Oh no, he didn't pick up an extra shift. So and so is at work, and blah blah blah." So she was like, "Oh, okay." So what did she do? And we as ladies, we are some of the best detectives ever. You know, especially with our men and our children. Um, she followed him, and he's all down there to Bella's house, and she sees them in her apartment and everything, and they're like all hugged up, they're kissing, just all this sort of stuff, just this new romance or what have you. So she didn't say anything to him, and I'm like, how could she just not say anything, what have you? But sometimes you do have to plan, you know. So she didn't say anything, but what she does was, um, I'm sorry, what she did, she went to go see Bella. You know, she had a conversation with Bella. Bella lets her in, and by the way, he did end up, he broke off the relationship because Bella, she began to catch so much feelings for him and all of that, and who could blame her? And she kind of just cried out to him and was like, well, why can't I be first? And why do men treat me like this? And blah, blah, blah. And see, this is the thing. It starts off really good in the beginning, all this extra, just romance and good sex and all of this and that. But this man doesn't belong to you, right? He's married to someone else. This is not your man. So, ladies, we got to do better, and fellas as well. If someone doesn't belong to you, keep it moving. God can bless you with your own spouse. So all it's going to do is cause heartache and pain for you. You know, be single and have standards. Have standards for yourself and keep it moving. Yes, we're gonna go through temptations and all that sort of stuff. However, pray, seek the Lord, and just keep it moving. That's all I'm gonna say. I have to preach in between here because, like I said, it was definitely some lessons there, and I was like, wow. So I felt Bella's pain, and then of course I felt the wife's pain. Now here's what I'm gonna say. This movie also reminded me of the movie Unfaithful with Richard Gere, Diane Lane, and the French guy, Olivier. I think that's his name, but he's a guy that was married to Halle Berry. They have a child together, and he was so fine in that movie. Oh my goodness. If you guys haven't seen Unfaithful, go and check out that movie. This movie kind of reminds me of like the melanated version of Unfaithful, you know. Anyhow, Bella and Kate have this conversation. She let her know, listen, I'm the wife. What is going on here? All of this and that. She lets her know that this ends now. Blah, 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 what have you. So Bella was honest with her. She let her know that he actually broke it off. And, Kate, she was just very angry. She was hurt. Do I agree with her? Let's just say this was a real situation. And stuff like this, it does happen in real life. Do I agree with the woman confronting the woman? No. I believe that the wife or the girlfriend or what have you should confront her husband or boyfriend. Confront and have that conversation with him. right? So that's what I believe. Now, if it comes down to a situation where the woman is disrespecting you and coming, to your home, threatening your child or threatening you, then that's a different story. Um, anyhow, so Kate had this conversation with her, and and they talk it out like women, but you can just see how hurt and how angry Kate was towards Bella. So what happened? It was over the coffee mug that went left, and I was just like, ooh, 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 ooh. I kind of wanted Kate to say whatever she needed to say, and just go home, get out of there. You said what you needed to say. Just let this end, you know. Um, but it was something with the coffee mug. Either Bella tried to, I don't know, take the coffee mug from her. Kate tried to take it. Anyhow, they ended up tussling with the coffee mug, and Kate, she takes it and whacks Bella over the head, knocks her out. And what happened in that moment was a crime of passion. Same thing that happens in the movie Unfaithful. And a crime of passion is actually a real thing. You can get so out of it to the point where you can physically harm someone. This is why it is very unhealthy, to go into relationships that, you know, outside of your marriage, or if you're cheating or what have you. It's just a bad situation all around. Um, so she cuts her, the coffee mug. It cuts her, and Kate panicked or what have you because boom, it happened just like that. Um, she was in shock. She didn't call the police. She basically just let her bleed out. And as the movie goes on, they did show her. She calls Bert and explained to him what happened, and she said she didn't mean to, which she honestly didn't. It was a crime of passion. Bert comes over to help her out and everything, and he's like really hurt because Bella is unresponsive. He didn't mean for any of this to happen. He didn't want to hurt her. He was just selfish because he wasn't getting something from his wife, which they should have worked on their relationship or what have you. So this is definitely, he didn't want this at all. You know, but what does he do? He tells Kate to leave. He'll take care of everything. Wraps up her body, throws her in the river or what have you. So now that makes him an accessory to murder. The whole thing was just a hot mess. It was just a hot mess at that point. So I'm like, wow. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Bella, she loses her life for messing around with a married man. And this is a real situation. You can lose your life messing around with someone that is not yours, because you don't know, how the other person may react to a situation. So it's definitely not cute to, be like, oh, well, he wants me. I was doing something that you weren't doing or what have you. Like, never look at yourself as the prize in someone else's marriage. You know, it's just not cute. And you're not it, boo. Go and get your own. And again, I understand about temptations. All of us face this, but just know bad things will take place in the midst of that. You will reap what you sow, and unfortunately, Bella lost her whole life, in a crime of passion because of dealing with this distraught wife. And Bert had to deal with this burden now of, instead of him calling the police, he's an accessory to murder. and the wife is a murderer because she took her life accidentally, but nonetheless she killed her. So it was just a hot mess. The ending was a twist to it. I thought it was going to be something dumb because, again, mind you, this is Tubi, but the ending had a different twist to it or what have you. But all I'm going to say is this movie was really good, and I was surprised. So the acting on everybody's part was really good. Even the teenage daughter, Zanique, is doing her thing. I thought her acting was very natural, along with Angela White, also Lyrica Anderson. I thought they were all great, and of course this guy O'Shea. Hang on, let me get his last name. And I see that he has been in other projects. I've just never seen him before, but yeah, O'Shea Russell. I would definitely love to see more of him. So yeah, you guys go over there, peek at Tubi, and watch Forever Us. It actually came out a little bit before Christmas, but nonetheless, I thought the movie was great. So I give it a thumbs up. It was life lessons, all of that good stuff, because I do enjoy watching movies where after the movie is done and over with, you can take something away from it and apply it to your life where you can be better, right? Anyhow, go and check it out, guys. So I will see you all next time. Take care. God bless.